Torah portion number 46 for August 16th, 2025 is titled Ekev, translates to because. Torah is taken from Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 12 through chapter 11 verse 25. Haftarah is taken from Isaiah chapter 49 verse 14 through chapter 51 verse 3. And the apostolic portion is taken from Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 through 20. Deuteronomy 7, 12 through 26. And it shall be, because you hear these right rulings, and shall guard and do them, that Jehovah your Elohim shall guard with you the covenant and the kindness which he swore to your fathers, and shall love you, and bless you, and increase you, and shall bless the fruit of your womb, and the fruit of your land, your grain, and your new wine, and your oil, the increase of your cattle, and the offspring of your flock, in the land of which he swore to your fathers to give you. Blessed are you above all peoples. There is not going to be a barren man or a barren woman among you or among your livestock. And Jehovah shall turn away from you all sickness, and put on you none of the evil diseases of Mitzrayim, which you have known, but he shall put them on all those who hate you. And you shall consume all the peoples whom Jehovah your Elohim is delivering over to you. Your eyes shall not pardon them, and do not serve their mighty ones, for that is a snare to you. When you say in your heart, these nations are greater than I am unable to drive them out. Do not be afraid of them. Remember well what Jehovah your Elohim did to Pharaoh and to all Mitzrayim, the great trials which your eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders, the strong hand and the outstretched arm, by which Jehovah your Elohim brought you out. Jehovah your Elohim does so to all the peoples of whom you are afraid. And Jehovah your Elohim also sends the hornet among them, until all those who are left, who hide themselves from you, are destroyed. Do not be afraid of them, for Jehovah your Elohim, the great and awesome El, is in your midst. And Jehovah your Elohim shall drive out those nations before you, little by little. You are not allowed to destroy them at once, lest the beasts of the field become too numerous for you. But Jehovah your Elohim shall deliver them over to you, and destroy them with a great destruction, until they are consumed. And he shall give their sovereigns into your hand, and you shall destroy their name from under the heavens. No one is going to be able to stand against you until you have destroyed them. The carved images of their mighty ones you are to burn with fire. Do not covet the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it for yourselves, lest you be snared by it, for it is an abomination to Jehovah your Elohim. And do not bring an abomination into your house, lest you be accursed like it. Utterly loathe it and utterly hate it, for it is accursed. Deuteronomy 8. Guard to do every command which I command you today, that you might live, and shall increase, and go in, and shall possess the land of which Jehovah swore to your fathers. And you shall remember that Jehovah your Elohim led you all the way these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble you, prove you, to know what is in your heart, whether you guard his commands or not. And he humbled you, and let you suffer hunger, and fed you with manna, which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, to make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of Jehovah. Your garments did not wear out on you, nor did your foot swell these 40 years. Thus you shall know in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, so Yahovah your Elohim disciplines you. Therefore, you shall guard the commands of Yahovah your Elohim, to walk in his ways and to fear him. For Yahovah your Elohim is bringing you into a good land, a land of streams of water, of fountains and springs that flow out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land in which you eat bread without scarcity, in which you do not lack at all, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills you dig copper. And you shall eat and be satisfied, and shall bless Yahovah your Elohim for the good land which he has given you. Be on guard, lest you forget Yahovah your Elohim by not guarding his commands, and his right rulings, and his laws, which I command you today. Lest you eat and shall be satisfied, and build lovely houses, and shall dwell in them, and your herds and your flocks increase, and your silver and your gold are increased, and all that you have is increased, that your heart then becomes lifted up, and you forget Yahovah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, from the house of bondage, who led you through that great and awesome wilderness, fiery serpents and scorpions and thirst, where there was no water, who brought water for you out of the flinty rock, who fed you in the wilderness with manna, which your fathers did not know, in order to humble you and to try you, to do you good in the end. You then shall say in your heart, my power and the strength of my hand have made for me this wealth. But you shall remember Yahovah your Elohim, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth, in order to establish his covenant, which he swore to your fathers, as it is today. And it shall be, if you by any means forget Yahovah your Elohim, and follow other mighty ones, and serve them, and bow yourself to them. I have warned you this day, that you shall certainly perish. Like the nations which Yahovah is destroying before you, so you are to perish, because you did not obey the voice of Yahovah your Elohim. Deuteronomy 9. Hear, O Israel, you are passing over the Jordan today, to go in to dispossess nations greater and stronger than yourself, cities great and walled up to the heavens, a people great and tall, the descendants of the Anakim, whom you know, and of whom you have heard it said, who does stand before the descendants of Anak. And you shall know today that Yahovah your Elohim is he who is passing over before you as a consuming fire. He does destroy them and subdue them before you. So you shall dispossess them and destroy them quickly, as Yahovah has said to you. Do not think in your heart, after Yahovah your Elohim has driven them out before you, saying, because of my righteousness Yahovah has brought me in to possess this land. But it is because of the wrong of these nations that Yahovah is driving them out from before you. It is not because of the righteousness or the uprightness of your heart that you go in to possess their land, but because of the wrong of these nations that Yahovah your Elohim drives them from out before you, in order to establish the word which Yahovah swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzhak, to Jacob. And you shall know that Yahovah your Elohim is not giving you this good land to possess because of your righteousness, for you are a stiff-necked people. Remember, do not forget, how you provoked to wrath Yahovah your Elohim in the wilderness, from the day that you came out of the land of Mitzrayim until you came to this place. You have been rebellious against Yahovah. Even in Horeb you made Yahovah wroth, so that Jehovah was enraged with you to destroy you. When I went up into the mountain to receive the tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant which Jehovah made with you, then I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. I did not eat bread, nor did I drink water. Then Jehovah gave me the 2 tablets of stone, written with the finger of Elohim, and on them were all the words which Jehovah had spoken to you on the mountain from the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. And it came to be, at the end of 40 days and 40 nights, that Jehovah gave me the 2 tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant. Then Jehovah said to me, Arise, go down quickly from here, for your people, whom you brought out of Mitzrayim, have acted corruptly. They have quickly turned aside from the way which I commanded them. They have made themselves a molded image. And Jehovah spoke to me, saying, I have seen this people, and look, they are a stiff-necked people. Leave me alone, so that I destroy them, and blot out their name from under the heavens, and make of you a nation stronger and greater than they. So I turned and came down from the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire, and the 2 tablets of the covenant were in my 2 hands. And I looked and saw that you had sinned against Jehovah your Elohim, and had made yourselves a molded calf. You had quickly turned aside from the way which Jehovah had commanded you. And I took the 2 tablets and threw them out of my 2 hands and broke them before your eyes. And I fell down before Jehovah, as at the first 40 days and 40 nights. I did not eat bread, and I did not drink water, because of all your sins which you committed in doing evil in the eyes of Jehovah to provoke him. For I was afraid of the displeasure and rage which Jehovah was wroth with you to destroy you. But Jehovah listened to me that time once more. And Jehovah was very enraged with Aharon to destroy him. So I prayed for Aharon at that time also. And I took your sin, the calf which you made, and burned it with fire, and crushed it, and ground it very small, until it was fine as dust. And I threw its dust into the stream that came down from the mountain. And at Taberah, and at Massah, and at Kibroth Hadawah, you made Jehovah wroth. And when Jehovah sent you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, Go up and possess the land which I have given you, then you rebelled against the mouth of Jehovah your Elohim, and you neither trusted him nor listened to his voice. You have been rebellious against Jehovah from the day that I knew you. So I fell down before Jehovah the 40 days and 40 nights. For I fell down because Jehovah had said he would destroy you. And I prayed to Jehovah and said, O Master Jehovah, do not destroy your people and your inheritance, whom you have redeemed in your greatness, whom you have brought out of Mitzrayim with a strong hand. Remember your servants, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Jacob. Do not look on the stubbornness of this people, or on their wrong or their sin, lest the hand from which you brought us should say, Because Jehovah was not able to bring them to the land which he promised them, and because he hated them, he has brought them out to kill them in the wilderness. And they are your people and your inheritance, whom you brought out by your great power and by your outstretched arm. Deuteronomy 10. At that time Jehovah said to me, Hew for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the first, and come up to me on the mountain, and you shall make yourself an ark of wood. Then I write on the tablets the word that were on the first tablets, which you broke, and you shall put them in the ark. So I made an ark of acacia wood, hewed 2 tablets of stone like the first, and went up the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hand. And he wrote on the tablets according to the first writing, the 10 words which Jehovah had spoken to you in the mountain from the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. Then Jehovah gave them to me. And I turned and came down from the mountain and put the tablets in the ark which I had made, and they are there, as Jehovah commanded me. Now the children of Israel set out from the wells of Bnei Yaakan to Mosera. Aharon died there, and he was buried there. And Eleazar, his son, became priest in his place. From there they set out to Gulgadah, and from Gulgadah to Yotbathah, a land of rivers of water. At that time Jehovah separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the covenant of Jehovah, to stand before Jehovah, to serve him, and to bless it in his name to this day. Therefore Levi has no portion nor inheritance with his brothers. Jehovah is his inheritance, as Jehovah your Elohim promised him. And I stayed in the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. And Jehovah heard me at that time also, and Jehovah chose not to destroy you. And Jehovah said to me, Arise, go before the people to set out, to let them go in and possess the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. And now, Yisrael, what is Jehovah your Elohim asking of you, but to fear Jehovah your Elohim, to walk in all his ways and to love him, and to serve Jehovah your Elohim with all your heart and all your being, to guard the commands of Jehovah and his laws which I command you today for your good. See, the heavens and the heaven of heavens belong to Jehovah your Elohim, also the earth with all that is in it. Jehovah delighted only in your fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, you above all peoples, as it is today. And you shall circumcise the foreskin of your heart, and harden your neck no more. For Jehovah your Elohim is Elohim of mighty one, and master of masters, the great El, mighty and awesome, who shows no partiality nor takes a bride. He executes right ruling for the fatherless and the widow, and loves the stranger, giving him food and a garment. And you shall love the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Mitzrayim. Fear Jehovah your Elohim, serve him, and cling to him, and swear by his name. He is your praise, and he is your Elohim, who has done for you these great and awesome deeds, which your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down to Mitzrayim with 70 beings, and now Jehovah your Elohim has made you as numerous as the stars of the heavens. Deuteronomy 11, 1 through 25. And you shall love Jehovah your Elohim, and guard his charge, even his laws, and his right rulings, and his commands, always. And you shall know today, for it is not your children who have not known, and who have not seen the discipline of Jehovah your Elohim, his greatness, his strong hand, and his outstretched arm, and his signs, and his works which he had done in the midst of Mitzrayim, to Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, and to all his land, and that which he had done to the army of Mitzrayim, to their horses and their chariots, when he had made the waters of the sea of reeds overflow them as they pursued you, and how Jehovah had destroyed them to this day, and what he had done for you in the wilderness till you came to this place, and what he had done to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, son of Reuben, when the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, and their households and their tents, and all the living creatures that were in their possession, in the midst of all Israel. For yours are the eyes that saw all the great work of Jehovah, which he did. And you shall guard every command which I command you today, so that you are strong, and shall go in, and shall possess the land which you are passing over to possess, and to prolong your days in the land which Jehovah swore to give your fathers, to them and their descendants, a land flowing with milk and honey. For the land which you are going in to possess is not like the land of Mitzrayim, from which you have come, where you sowed your seed and watered it by foot, as a vegetable garden. But the land which you are passing over to possess is a land of hills and valleys, which drinks water from the rain of the heavens, a land which Jehovah your Elohim looks after. The eyes of Jehovah your Elohim are always on it, from the beginning of the year to the latter end of the year. And it shall be that if you diligently obey my commands, which I command you today, to love Jehovah your Elohim, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your being, then I shall give you the rain for your land in its season, the early rain and the latter rain, and you shall gather in your grain, and your new wine and your oil. And I shall give grass in your fields for your livestock, and you shall eat and be satisfied. Guard yourselves, lest your heart be deceived, and you turn aside and serve other mighty ones, and bow down to them. Then the displeasure of Jehovah shall burn against you, and he shall shut up the heavens, and there be no rain, and the land not give its increase. And you shall perish quickly from the good land which Jehovah is giving you. And you shall lay up these words of mine in your heart and in your being, and shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them to your children, speaking of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates, so that your days and the days of your children are increased on the soil of which Jehovah swore to your fathers to give them, as the days of the heavens on the earth. For if you diligently guard all these commands which I command you, to do it, to love Jehovah your Elohim, to walk in all his ways, and to cling to him, then Jehovah shall drive out all these nations before you, and you shall dispossess greater and stronger nations than you. Every place on which the sole of your foot treads is yours, from the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even to the western sea is your border. No man shall stand against you. Jehovah your Elohim shall put the dread of you and the fear of you upon all the land where you tread, as he has spoken to you. Isaiah 49:14 through 51:3. But Sion says, Jehovah has forsaken me, and Jehovah has forgotten me. Would a woman forget her nursing child, and not have compassion on the son of her womb? Though they forget, I never forget you. See, I have inscribed you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are always before me. Your sons shall hurry, your destroyers and those who laid you waste depart from you. Lift up your eyes round about and see. All of them gather and come to you. As I live, declares Jehovah, you shall put on all of them as an ornament, and bind them on you as a bride does. For your waste and your deserted places, and the land of your destruction, shall soon be too narrow for the inhabitants, while those who swallowed you up are far away. The sons of your bereavement shall yet say in your ears, the place is too narrow for me, make room for me to live. And you shall say in your heart, who has brought forth these for me, since I am bereaved and barren and exile, and wandering to and fro? And who reared them? See, I was left alone. From where did these come? Thus said the Master Jehovah, see, I lift my hand up to the Gentiles, and set my banner for the peoples, and they shall bring your sons in their arms, and your daughters carried on their shoulders. And sovereigns shall be your foster fathers, and their sovereignesses your nursing mothers. They bow down to you with their faces to the earth, and lick up the dust of your feet. And you shall know that I am Jehovah. Those who wait for me shall not be ashamed. Is prey taken from the mighty, and the captives of the righteous delivered? Yet thus said Jehovah, even the captives of the mighty is taken away, and the prey of the ruthless is delivered. And I strive with him who strives with you, and I save your children. And I shall feed those who oppress you with their own flesh, and let them drink their own blood as sweet wine. All flesh shall know that I, Jehovah, am your Savior and your Redeemer, the Elohim of Jacob. Thus says Jehovah, where is the certificate of your mother's divorce, whom I have put away? Or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you? Look, you were sold for your crookednesses, and your mother was put away for your transgressions. When I came, why was there no one? When I called, why was there no one to answer? Was my hand too short to redeem? Or have I no power to deliver? See, by my rebuke I dry up the sea. I make the rivers a wilderness, their fish stink, for there is not water, and die of thirst. I clothe the heavens with darkness, and I make sackcloth their covering. The Master Jehovah has given me the tongue of taught ones, that I should know to help the weary with a word. He wakes me morning by morning. He wakes my ear to hear as taught ones. The Master Jehovah has opened my ear, and I was not rebellious, nor did I turn away. I gave my back to those who struck me, and my cheeks to those who plucked out the beard. I did not hide my face from humiliation and spitting. And the Master Jehovah helps me. Therefore, I shall not be humiliated. So I have set my face like a flint, and I know that I am not put to shame. Near is he who declares me right. Who would not contend with me? Let us stand together. Who is my adversary? Let him come near me. See, the Master Jehovah helps me. Who could declare me wrong? See, all of them wear out like a garment. A moth eats them. Who among you is fearing Jehovah, obeying the voice of his servant, that has walked in darkness and has no light? Let him trust in the name of Jehovah and lean upon his Elohim. See, all of you who light a fire, girding on burning arrows, walk in the light of your fire, and in the burning arrows you have lit. From my hand you shall have this. You shall lie down in grief. Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness, seeking Jehovah. Look to the rock you were hewn from, and to the hole of the pit you were dug from. Look to Abraham your father, and to Sarah who bore you. For he was alone when I called him, and I blessed him and increased him. For Jehovah shall comfort Zion. He shall comfort all her waste places. For he makes her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of Jehovah. Joy and gladness are found in it, thanksgiving and the voice of song. Matthew 16:13 through 20. Now, when Yeshua came into the parts of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his taught ones, saying, Who do men say the Son of Adam is? And they said, Some say Yohanan the Immerser, and others Eliyahu, and others Yirmiyahu, or one of the prophets. And he said to them, And you, who do you say that I am? And Shimon Kepha answered, saying, You are the Messiah, the Son of the living Elohim. And Yeshua answering said to him, Blessed are you, Shimon Bar Yonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in the heavens. And I also say to you that you are Kepha, and on this rock I shall build my assembly, and the gates of the grave shall not overcome it. And I shall give you the keys of the reign of the heavens, and whatever you bind on earth shall be, having been bound in the heavens, and whatever you loosen on earth shall be, having been loosened in the heavens. Then he warned his taught ones that they should say to no one that he is Yeshua the Messiah.